All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to TooTallToby's 3D CAD speed modeling worldwide championship tournament. I know that everybody is excited to get started. I'm certainly excited to get started. We had a little bit of a false start this morning. I'm sure some of you guys saw the clock rolling back. It's all good, though. We had to get all systems in line. So, as always, I'm going to rely on the amazing chat to let me know if anything sounds out of line. I will be happy to adjust anything. What's up, Anti-Venom? How's the music sound? How does the audio sound? Let's go. Yeah, where are you all located? Well, you're in Pennsylvania too, huh, Andres? That's where I am. That's awesome, man. I didn't realize we were so close. Oh, wait, no, I did realize that because you're going to do the Maker Faire, right? Coming up in October. So I guess I actually did realize that. Sadan in India, what's up? All right, guys, just give me 1 second here, and let's make sure that all systems are truly go. I think they are. I think they're pretty much all systems go here. Let's do this. Again, let me know how the audio is sounding and if anything sounds out of line. I love Hate Mail, one of our competitors today from Detroit. What's up? All righty. Let's flip it.
Fine. And you? You can't hear me? Okay, great.
Wow, okay. My mic was muted and your mic was muted. Now we are both unmuted. Let's try one more time.
Okay.
Tinndahl, how are you doing?
Fine. And you?
I am doing very, very well. Thank you.
Great.
I have you on the YouTube live stream a little pixelated. I just want everybody to know that that is not what Tinndahl actually looks like. That is pixelation that's coming from my end. So
okay.
That's on me. But you're looking really good to me for what it's worth.
Thank you. That means a lot.
We are here today for our CAD versus CAD Ultimate Ultra Worldwide Championship live stream tournament event. I am super excited for this event today. What are you thinking about this tournament so far, Tinndahl? Have you seen any of the previous episodes?
Oh yeah, I've seen a few of them, but this is right around dinner time for me. But I saw the one I think last week. I saw a bit of it, so
yeah.
It was pretty intense.
Good.
I'm looking forward to this one with the different programs we have today. That's a pretty exciting lineup.
Yes. This is definitely true worldwide action that we're getting into here today with different CAD packages. But I just want to do a quick little throwback here. I don't know if you remember this graphic that I put together when I grew my beard out. But this was from the Epic CAD Talk episode that we did together. One of my favorite episodes of Model Monday Live, working with you. And it's just really nice to be back here with you. If you guys aren't familiar with some of Tinndahl's work, he's got 17 years SolidWorks experience, PDM 3D experience, co-author of the SolidWorks Tech Blog, 3D Experience World Presenter in 2022, and 6 years with PLM Group. So, If you want to see some more stuff from Tinndahl, check out his LinkedIn information. I have his LinkedIn information on the description down below. So if you go down into the description of this video, you can learn more about Tinndahl. You still doing tips from the train?
Oh yeah, whenever I can.
Yeah, nice.
It's actually hard not to get into a train and then do it.
I'll bet.
It's a problem when I have to, when I go with my family on a train ride, I usually go, okay, I don't gotta do it, that's it. So it's kind of like addictive to me. So, but it's great.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing to be. It's good to be addicted to being productive, you know?
Yeah, it is.
I see that in the chat, GD, DAM, 3D says, I'm confused whether to watch TTT or Slug Me. Yeah, that's a great point. We do happen to have kind of like a simultaneous live streams going on today, the Slug Me crew as well as TooTallToby's World Championship Tournament. So as soon as this is over today, we can all jump over and take a look at the Slug Me 7 live stream, which is going on right now as well. We had those guys on last week to help to promote the Slug Me live stream, so hopefully you guys got a lot out of that. But we also had some really cool matchups last week. We had Debris Field going against Ricardo J, and Ricardo J was able to come out ahead. One of those was a photo finish. They literally finished within 2 seconds of one another, which was pretty darn intense last week. And then if we move over to the mustard color bracket last week, we had Yaya TK going against Mavale, and Mavale was using CAD Key Creator, an evolution of CAD Key. So that was pretty cool too, to get a chance to see Mavale using a different CAD system. That's what I like about this tournament, is the chance to see different people using different CAD systems. Had you ever seen Key Creator before that one, Lennart?
No, I hadn't. That's the first for me. So that was kind of interesting to see. It was basic. It looked like a lot like SolidWorks in some aspects, I thought, but still not.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty cool how he first started that first feature. That was if you guys haven't seen that episode, be sure to go back to last week and you can take a look at that episode. And let's take a look at. Hold on one second here. Just kind of continuing to talk about this. This tournament this week. We got some amazing representation. Lennart, could you maybe just quickly review the participants today?
Well, we have, what do you mean? Sorry. Well, we have Sadan from, where is he from? Where's that from? Sadan, where are you from? Well, we have Sadan and Mustafa using SolidWorks. So that's going to be interesting. I can see that one of them is using SolidWorks 2020, and I think Mustafa is using 2021, actually.
Sweet. Oh, that was a great review. Thank you for that.
And we have Ka-Choo with Fusion 360. And, okay, what should we call him?
H4i2. It's hard to say.
H4i2 using Inventor. So that is also going to be pretty interesting to see two Autodesk programs going head-to-head. I think.
It's going to be pretty intense. I'm excited to see what happens here. And I see Anti-Venom in the chat is saying he's rooting for Mustafa. India versus Pakistan clash. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle as old as time. As old as time itself.
Okay.
All right, so we've got 32 runners from around the world, 10 plus 10 additional on the wait list. Sometimes people drop out. That actually happened this week. One of our participants dropped out, and so we were able to turn to the wait list and get another participant in there. So special thank you to H4i2 for jumping in and helping out as a replacement. We got 12 different countries that registered for this tournament, so it truly is worldwide, and at least 5 different CAD systems. I think it's actually more than that now because of some of the people who jumped in from the waiting list. So today we've got our September 10th matchup going to take place here in the black bracket between the competitors that we mentioned earlier. And in 2 weeks, not next week, 2 weeks, we have another worldwide matchup, 4 different countries actually coming in here in 2 weeks. But the reason that's in 2 weeks is because next week I'm going to be taking my trip to Texas for a Texas in-person users group tour. We're going to go to Houston, Kilgore, Dallas, Corpus Christi, and then finish up in Austin, Texas. So if you're in that area, if you happen to be in that area, and if you are into users groups and meeting in person and getting some cool tips and tricks, it's going to be a brand new TooTallToby Tips and Tricks 2022. So very excited to be presenting. You coming out?
I'm in the wrong country.
Oh, I'm in
the wrong country.
It's funny because I have a couple of friends in England. Shout out to the Core Podcast, Johnny and Kirby, and they talk about how far it is to drive across England. They're basically on the opposite ends of England, and they say it's like 4 hours. And in Texas, 4 hours is considered your backyard.
It's like going to the groceries or something.
Right. Everything is so far away. So it's going to be an awesome tour, and I'm excited to see everybody that I can see out there. And again, if you're in the area, be sure to check out the Texas Users Group Tour. Cool. So again, that means that next week we're not going to be doing the tournament on Saturday. We're going to do it again on Saturday, September 24th with Ivan the Reasonable, Sobuj, Polymathus, and Mohammed. So be sure to tune in for that one as well. And before we get started with today, I just want to remind everybody to please help the channel. There's a few different ways you can help the channel. First of all, you can like and subscribe. I actually have a second computer over here I'm using for monitoring, so I'm just going to go back there and like right now. This is a little YouTube creator hack. If you have more than one computer, you can get in there and you can like and subscribe on your second computer. I also want to remind everybody to share and reshare. If you enjoy this tournament, you can let other people know. And join the mailing list. If you go to TooTallToby.com, right on the main page, you can go down and join the mailing list. Just in case anything happens to the YouTube channel, this will make sure that we can stay in touch and keep engaging in this fun activity. And then, of course, also, if you want to provide some financial support, it is always welcome and utilized. And this is pretty much what I'm doing full time now. So this definitely helps. It'll help me to clear out some of the ads. If you're sick of seeing the ads, this is a cool way to help support as well. Hopefully, eventually, we can get to a completely ad-free model just from support. So you can utilize Super Chat, which is available right now. If you just go down into the little chat client in YouTube, you can utilize Super Thanks if you're watching the recording of this. And I'm also happy to announce that I've set up a PayPal setup right on my TooTallToby webpage. So if you go to TooTallToby.com, right on the main page, there is a button now for PayPal support to help support the channel. And this is a great way to prove the haters wrong, right? If you enjoy this kind of content, it was so funny on Sunday, which in America, Sunday is, this past Sunday was a holiday weekend. Sunday morning, I posted an advertisement for this upcoming matchup that we're having today, and somebody replied and said, speed challenges are cool, but even cooler is building a navigatable feature tree for parametric challenges. I'll see myself out. It was a very kind of snarky reply there, and of course, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know that I always promote both. I promote creating models quickly, but also creating models very strongly, and I believe in the idea that you can do both. You can learn a trade and also learn how to do it correctly and quickly, right? You can learn it all. Yeah. That's what true masters are. That's why a lot of us end up watching those YouTube videos of like people doing their job incredibly efficiently in real time. It's just, I think it's just amazing. So huge shout out to Olive Dogs. I see says, keep up the great work, Toby. Thank you. And also to Andres coming in here saying, thanks for bringing the CAD wizards together, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is a great way to prove the haters wrong and to say that like you actually can be both good at your trade and fast at your trade. And a lot of times that's what, the maturation of a professional trade is. You start out as an apprentice, you learn the basics of how to, you become a journeyman, you learn a few more of those tricks, but you still get stumped. Who do you look to when you get stumped? You look to the masters. And what do the masters do? They show you how to do it and how to do it quickly. And that's what it is to become a master. Do it right and do it quickly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's it for my intro. I know we got started a little late today, but we're gonna jump right into it now. How does it work? Today is Saturday, September 10th. Lennart, do you have any questions before we move on?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Sorry, I know I talked for a while there.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's do this.
Let's do this. I like that.
Yeah.
Saturday, September 10th, how this works, the way that this works is that our competitors are going to see a 2D print. I'm going to share this on the screen for everybody. You guys are going to see it too. And then they are going to try to create a 3D model. And they're going to try to calculate the mass of this 3D model and then enter that mass in YouTube. And so the rules are that it's going to be a best of 3 matchups. If the competitors go through and they enter the mass and the mass is correct, they're going to get a little green dot that indicates that they have gotten the correct answer. They won the first matchup, but it is a best of 3. Now, during each matchup, you're allowed to get one wrong answer. And if you get it wrong, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, Tom Smith, that answer is incorrect. You can try again, look at your units, look at your dimensions, go through and, you can try to do it again, but that answer is incorrect. If you get it wrong a second time, then that's it. You can't answer anymore. It is up to the other person to figure it out. It's up to the other person to lose. So it creates a little bit of pressure. A lot of times our competitors will go really fast and get that first answer, and then they'll kind of slow down a little bit if they get it wrong because they know they only have one more chance.
Yeah, because I remember some of the other model manias you have done where you don't have you can answer as much as you like. The answer just keeps coming in.
Yes.
From the same person. So yeah, that's a cool pressure.
That's how we do it on Model Monday Live, and we are going to do Model Monday Live again this Monday. So please feel free to come and join us this Monday. But the tournament rules here are that for all you who are out there in chat, you can definitely play along, grab a screen capture when the time comes. But please do not help. Today is a day for our competitors to shine, so let's let them shine. Do not post the mass. Do not provide an answer if they get stuck. Don't say anything in the chat that's maybe going to help them. Today, it's really up to them. So you can definitely play along with if you want. You can take a screen capture. But if you get the answer, just type something in the chat like, I got it, something like that, and then let them continue because it's a lot more pressure when you're the one who is actually sharing your screen. Okay, with that, I think we're just about ready to get into this here. We're going to go to the black bracket today. Today is September 10th. Let's zoom in a little bit further here. And we're going to take a look at our competitor Sadan against our competitor Mustafa. So Sadan is going to be using SolidWorks, as is Mustafa. He started CAD modeling very recently. Very new user here. Started in 2020. And he also is being forced to change his CAD package from SolidWorks to CATIA. Oh, man. Well, in a couple of weeks, we're going to actually see a CATIA user, so that'll be a good chance for you to get a little look at how CATIA works in these speed modeling challenges. And Sadan uses SolidWorks to do some interior designing as well, but it's terrible for that, by the way. Okay, good to know. Yeah. And Mustafa is a SolidWorks expert from Pakistan, and he enjoys doing modeling. So I think he's in the right place. You're an expert. You enjoy doing modeling. You should definitely sign up for a 3D CAD speed modeling tournament. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
We're ready for our first challenge. I hope that our competitors are ready. So in just a moment, I'm going to flip over to full screen. I'm going to show a 2D print, and both Sadan and Mustafa are going to take a look at that 2D print and are going to immediately begin modeling it in 3D. So you're going to grab a screen capture, and as soon as you grab the screen capture, you're going to start modeling. So Mustafa, if you could please close the current part. We're going to begin a new part as part of this challenge. We're always going to click new. So yep, just do a file close and just close that current part. And we're all going to agree to do a file new. So yeah, just go ahead and close that part just so that we can see the SolidWorks background screen. We want to make sure that all of our competitors are starting from the same spot. I know you guys in the audience can't see this, but we just want to make sure that all windows are closed. Mustafa, if you could just do a window close all, and that way everybody is starting from the same spot in SolidWorks. So you can hit cancel on this current screen. And just give us 1 second, guys. And then, yeah, then you can do window close all. Yeah, just move over there a little bit to window, to that window pull-down menu.
Nope.
Okay. All right, good. I'll tell you what, Mustafa, just go ahead and hit cancel here. And then when we show the new part, just make sure that you start a new part rather than starting from the existing part, okay? All right, here we go. So we're going to show this challenge now. Good luck to Sadan. Good luck to Mustafa. The challenge goes live here in 3, 2, 1, go. So here is our first challenge. What is the mass of this part in 0.xxx pounds? We're working in inch-pound seconds here. So you guys are going to do a screen capture of this part. Grab a 2D print screen capture of this part. And then you're going to begin modeling in SolidWorks. The challenge is now live. I can see Sadan is already jumping off and creating his first sketch. Mustafa, as soon as I see you sketching, I'm going to flip the screen over. Here we go. Looks like Mustafa is getting into it as well here. Yes. Let's flip the screens over so that we can see our participants. In the chat, I Love Hate Mail says Mustafa is a machine. Let's go. Let's see how we do here. And we can see these guys are trying to create this part that's on the screen right now, this red post. What do you think about this part, Tinndahl?
I mean, it's not that complicated. I think I didn't get a chance to look deeply into the picture, but it seems like it should be doable.
Yeah, should be doable.
Yeah.
We're working in inches here, and it looks like
inches.
Yeah, inches. I know you love inches.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like Sadan is taking an approach of starting on the top plane. So it looks like he's creating that first kind of rectangular shape with the wall thickness. And he's going to get in here now, and looks like he's using the fillet command in sketch mode. We've all seen that error before, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like on the right, we've got Mustafa kind of doing the same thing, starting from the top plane, going through and creating this model.
Yeah, it seems to be stumped. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you got to look back at the print, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that with these, with these challenges, there's always a lot of different ways that you can.
Here.
Yeah. And it looks like We can see Sadan is going through now, and maybe
it's going with the standard fillet. Yeah.
Yeah, standard fillet feature instead, huh?
Yeah. Instead and Mustafa is still using the fillet in. Oh, he's offsetting. Cool.
Yes, yeah, I like that. So doing the sketch and adding the offset right in sketch mode on the right there on Mustafa's screen. So we have Mustafa on the right, and we have Sadan on the left. Both of them using kind of the standard SolidWorks layout, traditional SolidWorks colors. And it looks like a little bit of a change to the strategy there on the left from Sadan.
Yeah.
Switch from it being thin to it being a solid. I like that. Sometimes you have to go back and you know,
and rethink what you're doing.
Adjust your strategy.
Yeah, he's also doing the offset. So let's see.
And now we see Mustafa, the machine, going through and looks like he's creating one of those tabs that's on the bottom. We see there's those 4 tabs sticking out from the bottom of this post.
So. Oh, instead of okay, that's
got a little bit of a loose connection on my microphone here.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Sadan is. Yeah, it's. Let's see what he's doing. And Sadan, he's getting there. Also,
going through, adding the fillets.
Yeah.
And it looks like on the right we've got Mustafa going through and trying to work through the dimensions on that tab that's sticking out from the side. I always think these kinds of models are interesting, right? Where you've got, it looks like you said in the beginning. Oh, it looks pretty simple, looks pretty doable. But when
but when you start doing it, it becomes insane.
Yeah, people can start running into some challenges when they really start getting into it. Okay, so look at that. It looks like Mustafa's already got that tab on the bottom. So
let's see, and and Sadan is getting there.
Yep,
so
getting there as well.
Let's see. Mirror. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what's going to be using the mirror.
So we see that we've got symmetry in this model, so I think it makes sense that on the right Mustafa is trying to use a mirror command to capture some of that symmetry. Then we also see that on the left, Sadan is using symmetry.
Oh, that's
not at the feature level, but at the sketch level.
That's cool.
These are always interesting challenging type parts, right? Where you've got multiple instances of the same feature. Right? How do you handle something like that? And I think in this case, using mirror is definitely one approach, and there's probably a lot of other approaches too. There's always, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to give away anything.
No, me neither. I'm not like, well, like, no, no, but I think, but it's also very interesting to see how you work differently. I can see where Mustafa is going with his actually. Okay.
Umair in the chat says cheering on Sadan here in the chat. So always appreciate that. If you guys have a favorite in the chat or somebody you want to cheer on, please feel free to do that.
Yeah. Oh, did I just lose sound here?
Nope, I can still hear you. You still sound good. You good? Good for me? Go ahead, test it again.
Okay, great. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So let's see.
And David, I just want to make sure that we let let's let the competitors try to figure this thing out. I appreciate the suggestion, but we're just going to try to let the competitors figure this one out today. It's one of those things where it's always easier when you're when you're watching, when there's less pressure, and when you have that pressure on when people are watching you and you're in the competition, it definitely gets to be a little bit more intense. Yeah, no worries, bro. It's all good.
Oh. I mean, I know for a fact I also have a hard time not saying, well, maybe, no.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
it's exactly because we want this to go well for them. So
exactly.
So let's see what's going on here, yes.
So a question here from HackNeo64. Can anyone enter? Yeah, this time for the 2022 tournament, it was basically an open entry. You just had to fill out a form that we put together to try to Next year, it may change. We may do a little bit more of a qualification. And I love hate mail. Also, that's a good point. I won't allow anybody in the tournament who's taller than me. That's a good point as well. So thank you for reminding me of that stipulation.
That's
but I think next year we're going to do a little bit more of a qualification, and try to just try to change the dynamic of the tournament a little bit.
Yeah.
The Hackneo, if you go to I'll grab the link here in a minute. I'll drop a link in the chat if you want to register for the tournament. It's full now. There's a waiting list now, but the waiting list is so full that it's unlikely that if you get on the waiting list now, you'll get in. But that'll at least give me your contact, and I'll be able to give you a heads up for next year for the tournament. I'll drop the link in here.
You're going to send us newsletters, right, Toby?
Yeah, we should start sending out newsletters for sure.
Yeah.
I do want to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, too. Yeah, it's a good point. Hackneo, if you go to TooTallToby.com and just subscribe on there or get on the mailing list right on the main page, that's another good way.
Sorry.
So it looks like on the right here, we got Mustafa doing kind of the brute force approach to create those tabs. I like it.
Yeah.
And then we see, look at this. On the left, we've got Sadan, who's going to try to do some kind of pattern with those tabs. So we got both people coming up with some pretty interesting solutions to this. I like it. I like the way they're thinking through this thing.
You can see Mustafa, he has a bit less things in his feature sheet, but
Yes,
actually, yes, that's kind of cool.
Oh, getting the sketch error. Something's wrong with the sketch. We got to figure it out. And then when it comes to Sadan, it's like, we've got this thing here. Now, what do we do with this thing? Oh, and it looks like he went in and created some type of geometry that he can reference, or that he's hoping he can reference.
Yeah.
Still giving him problems, huh?
Yeah.
And we see on the right, we got Mustafa just running into a little bit of a hiccup with this sketch. I know that we've all been in this spot too. It says that dialog box that he's getting is saying that there's something wrong with the sketch. Do you want to exit the sketch and rebuild anyway, or do you want to try to let the software tell you what's wrong with it? But those dialog boxes aren't always the easiest to read when it's trying to tell you what's wrong.
It's not very much. It's not very much information you get with this. So we just okay. So I just want to create it again. Okay. Sometimes that's the best part. You just to say, okay, delete the feature and then start with the sketch once more.
Yep.
Let's go. Sadan. Oh.
And we got on the left, man, Sadan. I think, Lennart, you and I have both been in this situation where it's like, what? Like, why won't it work?
What? Why won't it work?
Why won't it work? I definitely have been there, and so
me too.
I'm very sympathetic to what Sadan is running into here.
Let's see.
All right, and on the right, we got Mustafa the machine.
Mustafa. He's going there. He's getting there. Okay. So he's going to use the hose. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it is an interesting approach, I would say. But let's see. So now
now where does it go exactly? And Anti-Venom saying Mustafa is going for the Ivan exploit unknowingly. Yep, that's that'll be a first.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. I love hate mail. How about if we do an all G code with no shortcuts? That would be an interesting challenge.
Yeah, it would.
You guys, maybe not interesting for the chat. It'd be interesting for me.
No,
I would enjoy watching that. It'd probably be like watching programmers basically writing code.
That could be very interesting. Also a bit weird.
You and I would enjoy it.
But also a bit hard to comment, I guess. To comment and make it interesting also. And he's typing, So
yeah, and he's typing. Oh, look how fast he's typing. He's got special.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all we have. Okay, so it looks like Sadan wants to do something else here.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we come up with here. A little bit more of a challenge, I think. I think maybe what we're seeing here is a little bit of butterflies. I think, sometimes when you are first getting involved in these types of things, you get a little nervous.
Yeah, and then you panic. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you panic. I think, and Sadan started. Okay. What's going on with... Let's see, Mustafa,
I agree.
He still wants to go with the...
I'm reading through the chat here a little bit. I agree with what Umair is saying. Yeah, when you're under pressure can do some weird things to people,
It can, no doubt. I think we have also both been there, Toby.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, that's also part of what I hope people get out of these the competitions, not only the speed modeling tournaments like what we're doing today, but also like the Model Monday Live type of competitions where, you're learning that sometimes you're going to be in those spots in the real world. You're going to be under pressure, and it can actually be helpful. It can be a helpful skill to develop because it can help you get those parts out to the shop, before a certain deadline. It can can have some very valuable real world situations benefits.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we participate in Model Mondays? Absolutely, yeah. Everyone in the chat is welcome to participate in Model Monday Live. It's more of an open arena. We're going to do it again this Monday at 2 o'clock East Coast. So set your timers, and Model Monday Live is at 2 o'clock East Coast, and we're going to be going live again this Monday.
Okay, so hang on. That's 8 o'clock here. Okay,
8 o'clock. Okay, good deal.
Just for me. So, okay, so it looks like this is kind of interesting. How?
Yeah, both people kind of struggling here with this little bit of
with these
almost like a brute force approach.
Yeah, I think both of them are doing that right now. It is as you said, it's a very interesting approach they have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Looks like Sadan is also.
They're both kind of getting back on track. I think it's so interesting, right, Lennart? Like, we see this so often in this tournament that, and I know that this one, like I said, I think maybe we're seeing a little bit of first-time nerves. Yeah, but even with those first-time nerves, both competitors kind of went through the same story, right? They
did.
They both kind of started out, with one approach. They thought it was going to be a good approach. They ended up struggling with that approach, struggle. Then they both went through and kind of just brute forced their solution, almost at the same time. We almost saw it in real time syncing up. And then now they're kind of both coming down the home stretch to the finish line. I think it's so interesting that it is the synchronization of these competitors.
So it's. You can see Sadan's fully defined, so almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. There it was. Fully defined every time, as you say.
Yep. Fully defined every time. I heard you say that in your webinar the other day, too.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That song's 10 years old now.
Yeah, but it's a good song. It's a good song.
Thank you.
So let's see what they're doing. Oh, shit.
So Mustafa, the master, coming in with his counter bores.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I've definitely done that, made that mistake before, flying along, and I make a boss instead of a cut.
Yeah, we have seen that. There we go. And it's interesting. They're actually almost. That's going to be interesting to see right now who gets there first, because they're getting pretty close to each other.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is kind of intense because, as we said, they're pretty close to each other. So, I think.
Oh, interesting. Looks like Sadan is kind of going back and taking another look at some of these earlier features in the tree. Maybe he wasn't feeling good about those.
No, I can see. Oh, I think Mustafa is getting there with putting on the material.
Mm-hmm.
Getting there, so. Oh.
Yeah, we always got to make sure that our material is correct, and in SolidWorks, these are the out of the box materials, but in a different CAD system, you might have to just go back through and double check to make sure that you've got the correct density.
Yeah.
And it looks like both of our competitors are kind of coming down the home stretch here, maybe taking a look at their models.
That's interesting.
What we call the final spin.
Yeah, just and the jitters as always. Let's see. Okay.
And just a quick tip here, just make sure that you get that in the correct precision. We are looking for this answer here in a specific precision, 3-place precision. So if you're not familiar with how to do that, you can just click that little options button once you go into the when you're in the mass properties. You just click that little options button. It's okay if you go too long with the precision, but you don't want to go too short because you will be out of precision. There you go. Okay, and Mustafa has come in with 0.467. I would have to round that to 0.467. That is incorrect. Sadan has come in with 0.464. That is correct. So 0.464 is the correct answer, with the tolerance of plus or minus 0.002 pounds. Very, very close there. We saw them both come in very close to one another. I think the issue on yours, Mustafa, was that you were missing the fillets on those little flanges that are sticking out the side. So that win is going to go to Sadan. Nicely done for that first win. And Mustafa said, or Sadan says yes, but still 2 to go. So if you guys could please give Sadan a GG in the chat. Very nicely done, Sadan. That was pretty darn awesome. Congratulations.
Pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. Very, very close. That was amazing, really, if you think about it. How in sync they both were throughout that.
Yeah, with challenge. It was. So that's going to be so let's see. Okay.
They really just kind of both went through the same very similar process, very similar frustrations maybe along the way. Definitely pretty cool to watch there. So congratulations to both of our competitors. Let's all give a GG in the chat to Sadan, and of course a GG to Mustafa as well. But it's not over. We're going to see another matchup between these great competitors. So let's just take a look at their stat sheet again here if you didn't get a chance to see it before. Sadan says that was nerve-wracking, and it looks like Mustafa's going back through and making sure that he's got those fillets. But nicely done to Sadan. And that's going to be 1 win for Sadan. And so I'm going to have our competitors go through and make sure that they are ready for the next match. Lennart, any final thoughts on that one?
No, I didn't think it would be that intense, actually, because when you look at it, and also since I'm not the one on the spot here, because I didn't think it would be that intense, but that was quite intense, actually.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I totally understand the idea of the nerves, and that it can be very nerve-wracking when you're going through these challenges and everybody's watching. But it was just uncanny how in sync they were and how they both kind of went through that same journey. I know I keep saying it, but I love when I see those little synchronizations in the universe.
It was very weird also, but cool.
I think it means we're on the right path.
Yeah, so...
I think we should keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go here. Challenge number... Actually, this is challenge number 2, not challenge number 1. Yeah. Challenge number 2. And let me flip over to full screen. And as soon as I show this full screen, you guys are going to get started again, just like last time. I think you guys know the drill here. So here we go. Good luck to Sadan. Good luck to Mustafa. And this challenge, and good luck to everyone in the chat as well, if you want to give it a try. And this challenge goes live in 3, 2, 1. What is the mass of this part in? Oh, we got another one in pounds here. Sorry, guys. You guys both got the IPS ones. I'm sorry. I know that we don't try to give people too many of the IPS ones, but this one is in inch, pounds, seconds as well. Looking for the answer in 3-place precision, and the tolerance for this one is going to be plus or minus 0.002. And what is the mass of this part in pounds? So go ahead and grab a screen capture of that one, start modeling, and as soon as I see both of our competitors modeling, I will flip over and share their screens with everybody. Okay, looks like they're both getting started here. So let me flip over. And we've got Sadan on the left. He is an ME, UG student, likes CAD. We got Mustafa on the right. He is a SolidWorks expert. Let's see how these guys do with this challenge. This challenge is called, I forget what it's called, wheel mount, I think. Wheel mount.
Okay, let's again. So,
and we're finally doing a challenge that is not centerline symmetric.
Yeah.
Most of mine are centerline symmetric. Alrighty, and looks like Sadan really came up with a good plan and got going here. Mustafa maybe is still looking at the print. Looks like those first round jitters are out of the way, and we're just cruising through here. Mustafa is hopefully still looking at the print, trying to figure out what's going on with the print there, coming up with a game plan. Alrighty, and now he's getting into it here.
Yeah, now it's getting here. So let's see.
And as always, I just want to again apologize. I know that this is a design in inches and not in metric, and I am sorry for that. I know you guys don't exactly like inches. Let's see. Maybe we can find out from the chat. I always feel like everybody in the chat loves inches, so maybe at some point we'll do a poll and we'll find out.
Yeah, love is such a strong word.
Yeah. Which is better, inches, metric?
Yeah, let's hear.
Let's find out
from the chat.
Yeah, there's one way to find out, and that is to launch a YouTube poll.
Yeah, and that is the one truth. that is the one truth. No one knows that. So, let's see. Okay, so
we'll find out here what people like more. I think I probably know the answer. Oh, here we go. Yeah, inches is jumping into the lead.
What?
Oh, now it's a dead heat. All right, so we see Sadan on the left going through, getting creating this model from the top view, looking down, kind of capturing what I would call the footprint of the part. I think that's always a good strategy. Sometimes I'll keep my sketches a little simpler. Sometimes I'll make them a little more complicated. We've seen a lot of different techniques throughout this tournament with regards to how complex that first sketch should be. Some people include almost every detail in that first sketch and then they reuse it. Other people just make a very simple version of that first sketch. So I think Sadan is kind of taking that middle ground, huh?
Yeah, it looks like that. I would probably go with, usually when I try to do it, I go with the full sketch in the first time. But maybe I should start redoing my plans here.
Yeah. Interesting. Sometimes I'll do, I mix it up. I guess I could say I mix it up. I usually try to keep things simple. That's kind of my go-to strategy. Keep it simple with that first sketch.
Yeah, it's not a bad strategy, to be honest.
I like Umar says, competitors, be confident with your process and move ahead even if you feel like you're wasting time. That's solid advice.
It is. Oh.
And let's see here. We got Sadan on the left, kind of creating... getting into a little bit of an audio glitch from you, Tinndahl. I'm not sure what's going on. It's almost like a bandwidth issue, perhaps on my end, perhaps on. I mean, it looks like on my end it's still broadcasting solid. Go ahead, test it again. Maybe try switching the audio off in the meeting and then switching the audio back on. See if we can get that to resync. In the meantime, I'll keep calling the action here. It looks like Sadan is taking a look at this thing from the top down, creating a... doing an approach here where he's looking at this thing to try to come up with that middle shelf. Looks like he's trying to get into. And it looks like on the right, we got Mustafa creating this design from the top looking down. Okay, I see what Sadan is going for here on the left. Like I said, it looks like he's trying to create that shelf that's in the middle, that kind of opening, which I guess would ultimately be for the wheel itself if this thing is truly a wheel mount. There we go. I think you're back, Tinndahl. Good
okay,
try.
great.
Yep. Crystal clear.
No? Okay, great. I know what's going on.
Yep. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. But yeah, okay. So it looks like Mustafa is just also trying a different approach.
Yeah, it looks like Mustafa's doing this top-down approach, trying to get this geometry in place from the top down. I know that this model is in inches and not metric, and so I know that sometimes is a little frustrating for people, or a little bit less comfortable than maybe what they're used to. But I think that both of our competitors are doing their best with this second model in inches. Surprisingly close poll there with regards to whether people prefer inches or metric. I didn't expect it to be quite so neck and neck.
No, that's wow. I hear Mustafa, wake up.
That's our Dr. Beljan. He was a competitor from the very first episode of this tournament. And he advanced through into the round of 16, so he's going to be back on, I think, October 22nd. I think that's when we do the first of the round of 16. And it looks like Sadan on the left is back in place here with regards to creating that shelf. He's got back to where he wants to be. Doing some quick math here, creating this geometry as he needs it.
Okay, so Mustafa started again. So that's going to be... Okay.
Yep, Mustafa getting back in there, and Sadan coming in here and creating a little bit of a extra geometry on the outside. I didn't see what that error was. It looked like he tried to do that as a cut extrude, and ran into some kind of a hiccup with that cut extrude. So this might be the window that Mustafa needs to catch up here after doing a full restart.
Let's see. Oh, right. I think it seems like millimeters is gaining right now.
Still keeping an eye on that pole, huh?
Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye on it. I want the truth here.
Well, don't forget, if you like millimeters or if you like inches, be sure to hit that like button in TooTallToby's YouTube live stream today. We got 36 people watching. We got 20 likes. Let's see if we can get those to sync up.
Yeah, that could be cool. So let's see what's going on.
This is we are still in the round of 32. We're going to be in the round of 32 here for a few more weeks. Like I said, October 22nd is the first round of 16. I know there was a question earlier about whether or not there's a qualification for this tournament. And I think that's kind of like where the real qualified, we'll say, participants will begin to really shine with regards to, having made it through that first round, gotten through some of those first round nerves, and kind of moving on to, some maybe stiffer competition.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. But they're also at the same time as this is, correct? At 10 a.m. or whenever?
Yep. It's all going to be at the same time. Yeah, 1500 GMT. I just got to keep an eye on what that actually does when the daylight savings changes. We have daylight savings here in the States. You guys have daylight
we also
savings?
Have that. Yeah, we also have this soon. I remember one of your shows, and I wanted to participate. I wanted to see that, and then so you're done. That's it. So
I'm laughing because I remember. I remember when you showed up in the chat.
I was like, no.
You're like, what? It's over already?
Yeah.
It was supposed to start now. It started an hour ago.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Mustafa has gotten...
He's back.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, he's ready to get this thing done. So a little bit more pressure here on Sadan. He's got to figure out what he's going to do with this little pocket that's going through the area where the wheel would sit if this thing is a wheel.
Yeah.
Wheel mount. Probably some kind of a shaft would go through there, and then a bearing, and then the wheel itself.
Yeah, probably would. But yeah, would be interesting. So.
And so we see now Mustafa coming in to create that same feature, that kind of a pocketed area feature. Yeah. And we'll see what kind of a solution he comes up with.
That is, are they? Oh, right.
I know that these prints sometimes are a little bit tricky. I appreciate the people in the chat and people in the chat getting in here. Missed the start. Let's see here. We got Trapezy. Missed the start. Hi from the high desert of Southern California, Yucca Valley. Awesome. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Andre says, let's let go of ego and tradition. Let's go metric. Yeah, I like that too. Let's see here. And looks like some of the people in the chat that were also kind of following along with and trying to get this thing done from their workstations. Looks like Anti-Venom is trying to do this one. Got it done. You ever tried modeling qubits? How old school? It's how the old school guys do it. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yep. And
it looked like Mustafa is getting...
Yeah, he sure is. He got that pocket all nice and cut out.
Yeah. He had a completely different approach than Sadan. That's kind of interesting.
David says, cool. I wish we had another room where we could chat so we could see who wins in chat. Well, you're very lucky, David, because that's what we're going to do on Monday. Be sure to join us on Model Monday Live. That's exactly what we do. We let the chat have this competition, and we find out who's fastest in the chat. Let's see here. Travis, he's probably on fire right now. It's probably so hot out there. Yeah, I could definitely imagine that. Yeah, Mikey D says, David, that would be fun. Yeah, Mikey, be sure to join us on Monday, Model Monday Live, 2 p.m. East Coast. The stream link is already posted on my YouTube channel, and that's exactly what we do. It's kind of where this all started from. And Ian Gardiner in the chat. Thank you so much, Ian. Appreciate the super chat. I like that sticker too. Great choice of a sticker. Appreciate the support here. Looks like from Canada. So thank you so much. Keep this channel going. Keep it alive. That's what it's all about.
Looks like Mustafa's having some problem with his cut extrude.
Yeah. Okay. And it looks like Sadan got that cut extrude working finally. I remember that he was.
Mustafa.
He was struggling at first to get that cut extrude in there to be correct. And it looks like he was able to finally get that working. So gets to keep moving onward here.
Yeah. They need to. So let's see.
And interesting, Mustafa getting an error there. Was not expecting that.
No,
looks
me neither.
When I'm trying to create the counter board.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on when looking at it. So let's see.
Looks like, honestly, it seems almost like the counter bore and the counter bore call out seems to be the bane of these competitors. Definitely a good lesson to learn there. Those counter bores, when you see those counter bores, it's important to kind of learn a little bit about what the symbols mean for those. They are pretty standard in the engineering world.
Yeah. Okay, it's going to be interesting to see.
Umair says, too tall, Toby. Can we do one model for chat today? I like how you corrected model, but not too tall boy. We'll see how much time we have. We usually book these things for an hour, and we got another great matchup coming after this one has concluded. So we'll just have to see how the time goes for this one, Umair. I'm always up for in the chat model. You know what? I might have a good one we can do at the end if we do some overtime at the end. I don't want to take away from the competitors, but I'd be willing to stick around at the end if you are Umair and David and some of the other guys, Anti-Venom. If you guys are in here, you guys want to hang out with the Too Tall Boy, then I think we could probably make it happen. Have a little after stream session where we do a little competition for the chat.
Cool.
Alrighty, so it looks like we got Sadan kind of doing the final spin, looking things over, making sure these guys' material correct. At the same time, we got Mustafa on the right trying to come in, figure out what his counter bore situation is, why he's running into this error with the counter bore.
I think it seems to get there. I think. No.
And yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at Sadan's setup, and it looks like he's, more or less ready to go on this thing. Just kind of running into a weird little extra bit of geometry there.
There we go. See.
And let's see what he comes up with here.
Yes. There's a question here for you. How do you make sure each model has no missing dimensions?
Yeah, it's a great question, Ian. It is a labor of love, that's for sure. It's a lot of going through and checking and double checking and making sure that everything is in fact there and that it can be built. I definitely do a lot of auditing to make sure that I don't end up in a spot where I have missed a dimension, because that has happened before. So Sadan comes in with an answer of 0.619 pounds. That is incorrect. That is incorrect, Sadan. So you have to, that is not correct. You have to go back through and double check the print, double check your dimensions, make sure that you're not missing anything on that print, not missing anything from any of the dimensions that are going through there. Take a look at everything that you did so far, and we'll see if we can't
see with Mustafa.
Yeah, it looks like Mustafa's also kind of
still struggling with the
doing kind of that final spin, looking things over.
Yeah.
And so I think for this one, I think I'm gonna have to throw a timer on this one, so that we can we're gonna give these guys. I'm gonna throw a 5-minute timer on here, just because we do have some other competitors that are coming in here. So we're gonna throw a timer on this guy. I'll get this timer up and running, and we're gonna give you guys 5 more minutes to try to figure this out, to try to get this right. You gotta look back through your print, make sure that you have your all your answers as expected, and then we'll go from there. If we can't get it on this one, then maybe we'll do kind of like a sudden death episode here. So let's get this 5-minute countdown timer going. See if we can. Here we go. See if that's showing up for everybody. There we go. Alrighty. So we're gonna give you guys 5 more minutes here on this one. 5-minute countdown timer to try to come up with the correct answer. I see you guys are both struggling a little bit with this one. That's okay. That definitely happens from time to time, and it's all good. And I do have I think what'll be a pretty good sudden death challenge here for the end.
When it's I like this from the
Schmitty coming in. If the timer ends, can the chat compete for the answer? And I'm not sure what the prize would be, but you guys can have the answer and just like try to fire it in so you can type it in the fastest.
Yeah. You do realize that right now a lot of people just typed in the answer and are waiting to hit enter. Just waiting for that.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Let's see. Oh, it looks like Mustafa is getting. Oh. Looks like Mustafa is getting there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting closer. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see.
It's good. You got to remember to set your precision to be the correct precision.
Yeah. So let's see.
And Mustafa comes in with 0.706 pounds. That is also not correct. That is also the incorrect answer. So we're gonna keep going here. Both of our competitors have given one answer so far. We've got a little over 3 minutes left on the countdown timer, the official countdown timer.
Yeah.
So both of our competitors need to go through and take a look and see if they can't, come up with an answer here.
And the funny thing is, as you know, I work with supporting SOLIDWORKS users, so I really have to bite my own tongue not to say, well, have you tried? No, I can't do that. So, but it's very cool.
Yeah. And hopefully, the other thing is hopefully this is giving our friends Ka-Choo and H4I2 a chance to practice as well. Hopefully they're using this extra time to prepare because they're going to be coming up next. We're going to see a very exciting match of Inventor versus Fusion 360. So
that is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I hope that they're able to use this extra time a little bit just to get ready. And it looks like Sadan is taking a final look here over his model to see if maybe he can't figure out what that incorrect or missing dimension was.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 2 minutes left on that timer. We'll
no
see
pressure.
One of these guys. No pressure. Yep. No pressure.
It looked like Mustafa ran into the problem with his cut extrude again.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sadan is doing that again, the final spin, kind of looking around, seeing if it looks like the 2D print that was provided, making sure that there's no dimensions missing. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. And let's see what happens here.
Yeah. So is he going for it? Yeah, I think Sadan is.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
See Sadan going into his mass properties.
Mm-hmm. That's
It looks like we've got about 50 seconds left. And Sadan comes in with the answer, 0.686 pounds. And that is the correct answer from Sadan. So GG to both of our competitors. Congratulations to Sadan. That does give him the win. He's going to get the victory cat as well. It's his final answer. 0.686 is correct. Nicely done. Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. And Mustafa coming in right behind him, 0.695 pounds. So very close as well. And great game to both of our competitors. Let's in the chat give both of our competitors a GG. That was a very nicely done competition between both of our competitors. And very happy to have seen them both step up today. And congrats to both of our competitors. Congrats to the winner. Congrats to both runners. Very thankful to both of them for stepping up today and sharing their screens and doing this competition. Nice job, guys. Nice job, Sadan. Nice job, Mustafa. Tinndahl, what'd you think about that matchup?
That was intense. It was a good matchup because they were very equal. So it was a good matchup. Very intense. I didn't actually know there was no decisive winner. So I like that. That was a good,
Yeah, I completely agree with your sentiment there. Yeah. It was very close on many fronts. Was excited to see kind of how it turned out. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that last one.
No, it wasn't. It was very, very intense, actually. So.
Well, I want to say GG to both of our runners. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to the chat also. You guys are great. And we do have another matchup today as well. So as you guys are watching this next matchup, if you want to help the channel, there's a lot of different ways you can help the channel. First thing you can do is, of course, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to get on my mailing list, check out TooTallToby.com. I want to give a shout out here to Garrett Klein, who's been giving me some love on LinkedIn this week. Says, I've been loving this series from TooTallToby. Thanks for pouring your time and energy into this. This is kind of like the question that was asked a little bit earlier of how do you make sure that there are no missing dimensions. The answer is it just takes a lot of time. It's a lot of energy and a lot of time to make these things run. So as always, if you want to help me with the channel, if you want to help keep seeing these types of competitions, be sure to check out TooTallToby.com. You can, on the main page, you can help support the channel. You could buy me a coffee every month. You could make this a monthly donation and buy me a coffee every month. And it'll definitely help. It goes a long way towards helping support the channel. So thank you guys so much. Also, I want to remind you all to focus on improving yourself, not proving yourself. If you talk to anybody and they say, hey, you're not good at speed modeling, or speed modeling doesn't matter, it doesn't count, it's not real, you just tell them that's fine. I'm going to focus on improving myself, not proving myself to you. So let's go. Let's remember that. What do you think? That's good advice, Tinndahl?
No, I just say that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah, you don't need to. If somebody's telling you that speed modeling doesn't matter, you just say that's fine. It doesn't have to matter to you.
Yeah, nope, that's not important. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, not to step into, but you do know how the poll is going, right? I'm just saying.
What is? No, I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a little while. So what do we got?
80% for metric.
I mean, inches is winning. Is that what you're saying?
Well.
Okay, let's get back here to our PowerPoint. Here we go.
Okay.
Alrighty. All right, well, that's going to take us into our blue bracket now. And on the blue bracket, we got a real special matchup today between Ka-Choo and H4I2. And what makes this bracket so special is not only the amazing competitors, but also the CAD systems that they are using. So Ka-Choo, he has worked as a designer in Europe, Asia, and USA. Have you worked in any of those continents, Tinndahl?
Europe, but that's it.
Europe, okay, good deal. And we see that he also designs for own sporting good company. So designs products for his own sporting good company. That's awesome. And won a Cannes Lion and 2 Dwell design competitions. So Ka-Choo has a cool. pretty solid background here, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty, and H4I2 was our last-minute replacement. One of our competitors dropped out, and the H4I2 jumped in, and he learned mechanical things online. So I hope that Ka-Choo and H4I2 are ready to go. Ka-Choo has the screen name I Love Hate Mail, so be sure to look out for that in the chat. And H4I2, I cannot remember what his chat handle is, but we'll figure that out together here in just a moment. Let's switch over to full screen. I know that you guys are ready for this matchup. I know that everybody who's watching is ready for this matchup. Fusion 360 versus Inventor, CAD versus CAD competition. Who can create this model the fastest? Let's go. Let's get into it here. Your challenge begins as soon as I show the 2D print. As soon as I show the 2D print, you guys are going to start modeling your part using Inventor, using Fusion 360. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So what is the mass of this part in xxx.x grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 0.2 grams. The material is plain carbon steel, which has a mass density of 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. And it's up to you guys to grab a screen capture of this and begin modeling. So Hatim and Ka-Choo are now grabbing the 2D print. They're making a screen capture of that. And as soon as I see them begin modeling, I will switch over. And I can see, it looks like they're both getting ready here.
Yeah,
so
they're both starting.
Let's go. And
this is going to be interesting.
Clear these and move these on. Here we go. So we got Ka-Choo on the left. And he has got the subtitle, Gesundheit. We got H4I2 on the right. He has got the subtitle Uncertified. And we see Ka-Choo is utilizing Fusion 360 going through, and looks like he's going to be starting out by creating that kind of larger circle that's on the closer side of this part. This part is called connector, and we see that on the right, H4I2 is using inventor, and also looks like he's starting out with those circles. Very similar start.
Yeah.
When you look at a model, when you're asked to create a model from a 2D print or from a napkin sketch or from even just from your own imagination, you often want to think to yourself, what is the starting plane? What is the starting profile? How should I actually start creating this model? What should I be looking for? And we see it looks like H4I2 on the right is maybe trying to manage this all from one screen.
It does. It's kind of weird. It was intense also.
Yes, indeed. So, we have a good friend who's often in the chat who does a similar approach where he works all from one monitor. So
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, our friend Jason. And I Love Hate Mail in the chat says, I'm not good and I don't care. I think you're doing great. I Love Hate Mail
it's great.
Is on the left. Ka-Choo using Fusion 360. H4I2 on the right using Inventor. We got an Autodesk versus Autodesk matchup here. Where else are you going to see this? Give us a like in the chat. Give us a like. We need as many likes as we can get. We got 39 people watching. We got 25 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 39.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's kind of cool. The whole plane with the graph actually rotates. I haven't seen that before. I'm not too familiar with either of these programs. So
no, I did some work with the Inventor 20 years ago or something. But
I gotta say, aesthetically, Fusion 360 looks great. I love the aesthetics of this program.
It looks very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of got like an auto perspective mode on. It looks like as he's rotating around, and I like the way that almost like graph paper. Whoa! What? How did he make that feature so fast? That was
okay.
Wow,
okay.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now the two SolidWorks users are sitting here with the jaws down. What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
That was cool.
It was almost like he had like a split face and then like an offset face or something. That's like how it would work in SolidWorks. But
yeah. Okay. What?
Wow. Yeah. Very, very fast cut for that as well. Ka-Choo is just smoking this competition.
Yeah. See you later.
And we see H4I2 on the right doing the more of like the traditional kind of laying out that whole thing from the
doing from one sketch. It looks like
from the top looking down to get that full footprint. So I can definitely get on board with that as well.
Yeah.
And again, it's almost like he's got like a ability to convert entities and use them for the solid feature all in one interface. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look a little more into that because that seems like it'd be really useful, especially for like 3D printed design parts where you just gotta get in there real quickly and create the geometry.
Okay, so wow.
And so Ka-Choo on the left using Fusion 360. Similar best practices to any parametric 3D modeler. You gotta have a strategy as far as what your starting profiles are for each of your features. But as we're seeing and commenting on some very different tools than what we're used to seeing in SolidWorks.
It's very different.
And so it looks like on the left, Ka-Choo is trying to figure out what to do with that final feature, which I think he's trying to get that hole that's kind of up in that slotted area. And on the right, we can see that H4I2 is going through and creating the really it looks like he's doing kind of like a layout for a lot of the features all at once here.
Yeah.
And we've seen this before in this competition where it seems like one person is very, very far ahead, but the other person uses the layout technique, and then all of a sudden, it's just like all the features just come together.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, yep.
So, okay.
Wow, I really like that preview with perspective. That's very aesthetically pleasing. on that Fusion 360 interface.
Yeah. It is so cool.
Yeah.
I have to say. Damn it. But it looks like, actually also looks like Hachima's gotten the whole profile ready now.
Exactly. So this is exactly it. Yeah. He's got all those profiles ready to go now. And even though maybe it took a little longer to get to that first solid feature, now all of a sudden we're going to see all these solid features coming together pretty quickly. So this is going to be interesting. I got to get my chat up here so I can make sure I catch this. I'm so enthralled by the competition. I'm not even watching to see.
No, it's very intense.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so
I think I'm caught back up here.
Wow.
Feels so spoiled with 3 curved screens. Wow. Mikey D says done. Nice. Speedy.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and it looks like I think
it looks like
I didn't miss the mass, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, there it is. I love hate mail.
Okay,
coming in with a mass of 933.5 and with a tolerance of plus or minus 0.2. That is within tolerance. My answer is 933.4 plus or minus 0.2 grams. So congratulations to I Love Hate Mail, aka Ka-Choo, aka Gesundheit. He gets the first victory there. So 1 win for Ka-Choo in this best of 3 matchup. Very nicely done, Ka-Choo. Very nicely done to H4I2 as well. GG to both of our competitors, but wow, that was speedy. You guys saw that the chat was coming in and saying, we're done, and it was all basically the same time as Ka-Choo.
Yeah.
So very nicely done, Ka-Choo. Man, GG to both of our competitors, but GG to the winner as well. If you guys want to put a GG in the chat for Ka-Choo, aka I Love Hate Mail. Who doesn't love some good hate mail, right?
Yeah.
Most of the hate mail I get is like, speed modeling is no good. You're teaching people the wrong stuff. That's what people say when they send me hate mail.
Wow. Yeah, but you know.
Strong, very strong words.
Yeah, it is very strong to say. Okay.
All righty, let's see here.
That was very cool. So
get our next challenge up and running here for these competitors that are our speed modelers today. Man, that was fast.
Yeah, I was. Well,
and they were. H4I2 was right behind him. I mean, it was neck and neck there. Again, it's one of those things where sometimes you see one person, going through making feature, and the other person, it looks like they're still in their first sketch, and then all of a sudden, just all those features come together when they use that layout technique, and we've seen that a lot throughout the tournament.
I can imagine. Yeah, because I think that's it can be very useful, of course. So
yeah,
let's see what goes on next time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
And Bob W is here in the chat. What's up, Bob? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. And Alexa JS is here, and G Chantez is here. Nice job, Ka-Choo and Hatim. Yes, indeed, nice job to both of our competitors. And of course, Andres makes a great point here. I think beer helps with CAD modeling. Always good to see things twice. Yes, good to see that double vision. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way, and we all agree. Let's flip over to our full screen. I hope you guys are ready for the next competition. Ka-Choo and Hatib, let's do this here. Our next challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. So this one is called flange insert. What is the mass of this part in XXXX.X grams with a tolerance of plus or minus 0.3 grams? So you're going to grab a screen capture of this print, and we're going to see some more F360 versus Inventor. JMG is in the chat. What's up, JMG? Welcome. We're going to see some more Inventor versus Fusion 360 action here. This is an MMGS plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. We've got Ka-Choo starting his first sketch here. We've got H4IN starting his model. Let's flip over and see how these guys are doing. So now we are working on the flange insert, right? Can't remember what this thing is called. Thank you.
A flange, I guess. Yeah, I think that's
the flange insert. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. So there's our part, our model, our 2D print, and here we see Ka-Choo starting with that first circle on the looking down from the top, kind of getting that footprint.
Okay. So
And we got H4I2 on the right, kind of doing the same thing, getting that circle in place. We got Sam Pyro in the chat saying, just a hobbyist, but Fusion is super nice. Wow. I looked at the chat for a second and didn't even see how he did that that circle pattern.
Oh, it was pretty. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
He did it within a sketch when he did it, so that was very cool. It looked like much of it is a right click.
Yeah,
of course we can also do. Yeah.
This is amazing. I mean, this is the kind of this is what it's really all about, because it's not just that on the left, it's not just that Ka-Choo is looking at that picture and modeling it up like you might do in Blender, but he's actually modeling it up to a precision of really 5 places, right? We're looking for this answer in XXXXXX, whatever it is, XXXX.x grams. So he's modeling this up in a very precise way. And same thing with H4I2 on the right, modeling this up not just based on the illustration, but actually modeling it to a very precise set of dimensions, because that's what you have to do in engineering. One part needs to fit in the other part.
So, okay.
And so we see that Ka-Choo has made the initial shape. Now he's going through, he's created the secondary and tertiary shapes. He's created the slot, and now he's going to be going through and creating kind of what might be the final feature, right? Yeah,
it looks like that. Wow. That is weird. That is insanely fast. Oh, hang on. Hatim is also getting there.
That's very true.
Yeah.
H4I2 on the right, coming up with that next feature.
H4I2, yes.
Yep. So, Bob W. letting us know in the chat that Inventor can do a lot more in the way of assemblies. That's good to know. Good to know. Fusion is insanely OP. Yes. I like that. Dropping the OP in the SolidWorks speed modeling competition chat.
Yeah,
I like
it. That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
That's okay. Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And so Ka-Choo over on the left going through and creating that final it's kind of like a taper to this part so that it can fit inside of another part. And on the right, we see H4I2 coming through and creating that upper region. Ka-Choo doing what I call the final spin, looking over the part, taking a look, comparing it to the print, seeing if he's missing anything, if there's any little surprises, any little gotchas or anything.
Oh, just remember the material.
Wow. Tech Build says, I started with Fusion 360 and just basic CAD knowledge and learned it pretty quickly. Nice.
Maybe I should take a look at it. It seems pretty cool. So what's going?
And I love Hate Mail coming in with an answer. The answer he's come in with is 1564.7. That is not correct. That is not correct or within the specified tolerance of plus or minus 0.3 G. So this might be the opening that I'm just making sure. I'm just looking at my answer here.
H4I2
H4I2 is looking for, yeah. So looks like Ka-Choo is going to just look through, kind of do the, re-examination of his dimensions, make sure that there weren't any dimensions that were missed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure he's got his mass correct per the print. There is a mass on the print. And Bob, we're gonna try to just let the competitors. We're gonna try and let the competitors come up with an answer. So I'm just gonna remove that that chat. We're not gonna try and help them in the chat, just so that they can have a fair one-on-one competition. And Marcus Gray in the chat coming in with a $10 super chat. Thanks a lot, Marcus. Really appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the party. And it's great for the CAD community. Keep up the awesome work. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the the financial support as well. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Bob. No worries. It's all good.
We all want to help.
Yeah, we all want exactly. We're all here, kind of biting our tongues.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see. So okay, so it seems okay. So H4i2 is also getting there.
Yep. H4i2 looks like coming down to that final kind of feature down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty intense.
And Mikey D in the chats is almost done. I got a feeling this chat after hours chat competition is going to be pretty
it's going to be insane
today.
Yeah.
And so it looks like Ka-Choo maybe went through and found something that maybe was off. I wasn't paying complete attention. Umair in the chat says completed. Okay, yep, good.
Okay, cool.
So Tech Build says, are the dimensions for the current model provided so that we can follow along with? And I'll answer that question in just a minute, but I see I Love Hate Mail came in with 1570.8 grams, and that is, I'm sorry, 0.7 grams, and that is within the specification. I came up with 1570.8 grams. You came up with 1570.7 grams, plus or minus 0.3 grams. That's going to give I Love Hate Mail the win, the double win, and the victory cat. So congratulations to Ka-Choo. Gesundheit.
Congratulations.
Well done. My goodness. That is awesome. Awesome. Congratulations to the winner. Very nicely done. And congratulations to H4i2 as well. I just want to remind you guys that we had somebody drop out and they were not able to continue to compete, and so H4i2 stepped up and was willing to take over for that person. So I don't know what happened to Victory Cat there. He just started spazzing out. So yeah, thank you very much to H4i2, and thank you very much to Ka-Choo, and congratulations to Ka-Choo, who is going to move ahead in this competition into the round of 16. So very nicely done. GG to both of our runners. GG to all of our runners today. This was a pretty intense couple of matches here.
Yeah.
And I see that Ka-Choo did a little bit of extra there on his model. Looks like he closed it out. A little twist there on the model at the end. I like it. So congratulations. Yeah, very good game. Very good game to both of our competitors, really to all of our competitors today. And so that's going to move Ka-Choo into the next round, which is going to take place. I know it's a little small here. Maybe if I make this full screen, we can kind of look at this together. So that's going to move Ka-Choo into the next round here, which is going to take place on November 5th. And that's also going to move Sadan into the next round, which will also be on November 5th. So these 4 brackets here, I saw there was a question that came up in the chat a little bit earlier. What's the deal with the 4 different brackets? We just needed to break this up, right? We just needed to break it up. I mean, there maybe is a little bit of significance to the colors. I'll leave that as a little bit trivia for people. But yeah, we just needed to break this up into the 4 different colored brackets here for everybody. So. And then the other question that came in was, is there a way to go back and look at the print? Yeah, I mean, the print is being broadcast on the live stream. So all you got to do is just roll back in the live stream. You can see it. And what we do during Model Monday Live, here's that question that came in from Tech Build. What we do on Model Monday Live is we encourage everybody in the chat to take a screen capture. So when we go to after hours here, we're going to do the same thing. We will encourage everybody to take a screen capture, and that way you will be able to model that, from your screen, even though you're not able to see it on my screen any longer. So that's that. I saw we got a, here we go, from Denny. Miss you out here in Arizona. Yeah, miss Arizona as well. I've been talking to some of the people out there again. So excited to come to Texas. Wish it was a few states further west so I could come visit you guys again too. But thanks for the shout out. Alrighty, let's see here. I think that's pretty much it for the standard hours presentation. Great job to all of our competitors. Very, very wonderful job to everybody. Don't forget, in 2 weeks, we're going to do, on Saturday, September 24th, we're going to do the next set of matchups here. Ivan the Reasonable, he's got an amazing layout on his screen. So if you haven't seen Ivan compete before, I think you're going to enjoy that one. So Bouge, Mathis, another former competitor in the tournament. And, whoops, lost Lennart here. Let me see if I can get you resized. Lennart, you're going to be in higher resolution now, which is exciting.
Okay.
Let me just fix that
up. Am I too high
here.
a resolution here?
No, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be epic.
Okay.
And stand by one moment here.
It's okay.
I can see you a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, there's a bit of me.
Super high resolution. I like it.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Wow.
It's just that easy.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. And then
Yes.
Here we go. This is why I'm looking forward to having my producer come back into town. Gonna make this a little bit smoother for sure. Let's see here. I just want to remind you guys again, if you enjoy these tournaments, always appreciate the financial support or even just the social support. So you can like and subscribe, you can share and share, you can join the mailing list at TooTallToby.com. Right on the main page, you can go down and you can join the mailing list. And you can also provide super thanks if you're watching the recording. You can provide super chat if you're watching this live in the chat. Huge thank you to all the people that did provide super chat. Really appreciate that support. It's a great way of showing your love. And then, of course, also remember that if you go to the TooTallToby website, I know I showed this earlier, but I'll just show it again real quick here. If you go to the TooTallToby website, there is an option to do a PayPal support right on the main page, and from that PayPal support, you can donate one time, or you could even donate monthly if you want to just say, hey, I just want to see this channel succeed. I want to see it keep going. Here, buy yourself a pizza every month, or buy yourself a coffee every month, or a pair of socks every month. Whatever it is that you need, whatever it is that you're into. So with that, I think that's going to move us into our final conclusion here. I just want to remind everybody that we are going to be going live on Monday, September 12th at 2 p.m. East Coast for the SolidWorks live solves. Mainly what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll show you guys how using SolidWorks I would approach some of these challenges that we saw today, or maybe that we saw in previous weeks. And so with that, we're going to jump into some after hours activity, but I want to say thank you all so much. Thank you to the most amazing chat ever. You guys are all amazing. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out the door. And we are going to take a look at some after hours challenges here and see who's the fastest in the chat. We had all this chat in here saying that they got it. I got this one. So let's find out. Let's find out here for real. Who is the fastest in the chat? All right, Tinndahl, you ready for this, you think?
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
All right. Let's try and see what's going on.
We're ready. Let's do this, baby. All righty. And thank you. I love hate mail. This is not a bribe, he says. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's our competitor, Ka-Choo. Very thankful to you for competing in this challenge today. It was awesome having you. And I hope that you'll stick around for the after hours chat competition, because I got a feeling some of these people in the chat want to challenge you and see how fast you can solve some of these. So let me get the challenge ready here. This is one that I actually made a couple of weeks ago that I didn't get a chance to show to anybody. So let's do it here. Alrighty. So let me flip over to full screen. And our challenge is going to go live here in 3. Now remember, guys, wait, hold on. I'm not going full screen yet. Remember, once I show this challenge, what you are going to do is you are going to take a screen capture of the challenge. You're going to use your Windows snipping tool or MW Snap or whatever you use. You're going to use that, because after I show it, I'm going to go back to Lennart and I, and we're going to kind of talk about it. And we are going to actually talk a little bit about how we might solve this one. So this is going to be the order. I'm going to show the 2D print. You guys are going to start modeling the 2D print, and as soon as you get the answer, type it in the chat, and we'll see who's fastest in the chat. I am going to take a quick bathroom break after I show the 2D print, so while the print is full screen, I'm going to just run to the bathroom real quick. But as soon as I show it full screen, it's going to be up to you guys to grab the screen capture and start modeling. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in x.xx grams? This one is in grams. We got to go back and check that poll. This material's ABS, which is 1020 kilogram per cubic meter. It is called adhesive hook, and it's up to you guys to figure out what the mass is and enter that mass in chat, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, were you talking, Lennart?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's. You got a chance? Did you get a chance to screen capture this one?
I did.
Okay,
I have it right here. So.
All right, good. You can after you get it, you can enter your answer in the chat. Go ahead. if you want to enter it, you go right ahead. Everybody can answer this one. We're gonna see who can get it correct and who can answer it in the chat first. I'm gonna flip back to the PowerPoint here, and let's see here.
Okay.
So this one.
That is.
Yeah, a little bit tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little bit more tricky. So
see if I can bring this one up on the screen here. Doing a little bit of on the fly scene management here. Here it is. No, here it is. And this is. There it is. Okay, so I can make this a little smaller so we can still chat it up a little bit. But yeah, so this. I was inspired to do this part from just one of those hooks you might hang on the wall with you have like an adhesive strip on the back. As always, when it comes to putting together these challenges, they have to be done in a way that they could be modeled with different CAD systems that may or may not have certain features. Certain CAD systems don't have sweep, for example. So you might have to come up with a different way of doing it. And then, of course, you also only have so much real estate on the screen to put these dimensions. So as I'm going through and creating these dimensions, I want to make sure that I can show it full screen and that the chat is able to actually get in and see what I'm creating there.
Yeah, but so 2 features, I guess, could be done, couldn't it?
Could be, yeah. If you wanted to really jam those features together.
Oh, you just put me on Google.
Sorry, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up something else over here.
Okay.
Get that out of there.
I think so. It could be done, but now I almost miss not being able to see what the others are doing.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I am gonna just cover up your face again just for a minute here, as much as I hate to. But I just want to remind everybody that if you do enjoy this kind of competition, you can check out my YouTube page because I have a lot of these practice models on the YouTube page. And so what the practice models will let you do is kind of the same thing, where you can go through and you can create the model from a 2D print. So here's an example of one of these 2D prints. And then at the very end of the practice model, I show you what the answer is. And so what I do is I challenge the people who do these challenges. I challenge them to get the right answer and then to put that answer into the comments down below. So, it's just something else for you if you like this kind of stuff. I know a lot of people in the chat were saying, hey, can we do a little more? Can we do a little more? Can we do some after hours? You wanted to stick around for after hours? Well, you can also get involved in this through these practice models and see who can come up with the quickest answer. Corbin Wheaton says, good morning, all. How can a person get in on this action? Well, welcome, Corbin, to the chat. And if you want to, one thing that you can do is you can join us on Monday on Model Monday Live. When we go live on Monday, we're going to have some more of these challenges for the chat. This is an ongoing series that I've done for a long time, Model Monday Live, where I show a 2D print and I challenge the chat to complete this 2D print. So feel free to join us on Monday. We're going to do it 2 p.m. East Coast on September 12th. That's one way that you can get involved in the action. And then for the tournament, you could definitely get involved with the tournament by joining my mailing list at TooTallToby.com. And we'll keep you in mind for next year, 2023, when we do the next tournament. This one is all booked up. 32 competitors plus about 13 people on the wait list. So I think this one's going to be pretty booked up for the World Series of 3D CAD speed modeling.
It is the World Series. It's just the only one, so it's the World Series. No doubt.
I'm not seeing a lot of answers. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more answers in the chat here.
I've seen one here say done.
Yeah,
but not an answer.
Yeah, you may have said done, but yeah, I didn't see an answer. Where's all our answers?
Come on.
All right, thanks, Corbin. Glad you appreciate it. If you appreciate it, feel free to, like I said, visit me at TooTallToby.com, and you can you can definitely drop in a your name in the mailing list. There's also a place there if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel from there. So we see our first answer came in from Mohammed. What's up, Mohammed? So I think Mohammed, if I remember correctly, is going to be our Katia user in 2 weeks, coming up with an answer. So I don't want to say if that answer is right or wrong. I know that Umair said that they were done first, but didn't put an answer in. So officially, Mohammed is the first person to come up with an answer. Let's see if anybody else can come in here and come up with an answer. This is the TooTallToby live challenge, After Hours. Welcome to After Hours, everybody. Are you trying to model this one, Tinndahl, or talking?
Nope. I'm fine, sorry.
I could probably model this one up while we're talking, right?
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah. Let's see if I can model it up. I'm gonna try and get the answer before anybody else enters their answer in the chat. Let's see if I can beat the chat. Umair said that they would be able to get it. Let's see if we can do this. We got 23 people in the chat here still, so let's hope that somebody in here is still trying.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and share my SolidWorks as yet another overlay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I'm gonna try not to clip.
Oh.
Let's see here. Alrighty. We're going to be working in super screen here. Let's see if we can. Let's just go. We just go, right? We just go for it here.
Yeah.
I think I can do this.
I'm also starting up mine.
I think I should do this as a window capture. Because this is going to be. Yeah. Okay, there it is. There's my SolidWorks.
There we go.
All right. In super resolution. Good luck, everybody. So this part is in. I can't see the part now because of SolidWorks being overlaid on it. Let's see here. I'm going to have to hide SolidWorks for just a second. I know I should have this already captured somewhere, but we're doing this live.
Yeah.
Okay. Take two. Let's see what we got, guys. We got one person in the chat who got it so far. Who else is going to get it? Anybody else going to go for it? Or is it just me and Mohammed and Tinndahl? All right,
I'm also saying, yeah, go.
ABS. So we got ABS here and MMGS. All righty. And for me, I would do front plane, begin a sketch, orient the view. And like I said before, I like to keep my sketches simple. I don't like to go too crazy with my sketching geometry. So this would be 33/2. And Mohammed said, yep, he is using SolidWorks. And so after I get that initial geometry in place, I'd probably create a center line and then come back and touch that center line and then come off of it again with a radius here of 10 using the auto dimensions. And then I'm going to come off of that with a line. Whoops. Try it again. I think I hung that up a little bit. Radius at 10. And then I'm going to come off of that with a line and then come back and touch the endpoint and then come off of that again and then give that an auto dimension of 77. JD52WTF comes in with 8.88 as well and says, that was fast, Mo. I agree. And so now that I've got those two values in place, I probably would mirror this first before I put that final dimension in, because sometimes when you put in that final dimension, it kind of like loses its link. I've had that happen too many times. Too many times. I've learned too much. Now I'm going to S-key extrude and bring that out to a depth of 3 millimeters, again, per the print. And then from here, I can decide if I want to do that other geometry, the cut extrude, or if I want to do the little hook part of it. I'll just do the cut extrude now. It is an offset, so it seems like that one's going to just be 8 millimeters offset, and then I can do a reverse to the inside on that one so that I get that 8 millimeter offset for that sketch. And then I could come in here and just, you know, in these spots, you have to decide, as always, like, do you want to actually go through the process of trimming, or do you want to just kind of like lay that line in place and then extrude it as a contour? I think both are valid solutions. You can go either way there. S-key extrude cut, right mouse button through all. That gives me that, you know, basically the foundation of this design. And so now the only thing that's really left to do is to do that, that final shape. Now you could do this as a sweep, or you could do it as a revolve. For me, it just kind of screams sweep when you've got a hook like that. But I don't know, when you looked at it, Tinndahl, what did you think? Did you think sweep or did you think revolve?
I was going for sweep.
Yeah, I think sweep. I think it just, like I said, it just kind of screams sweep. So the radius for this sweep is directly in line with this, with the wall of the 2D, the front face of the model. So like the start of that radius is directly in line. So that's why I knew to make those two collinear. And then all I really need to do is just define what the radius of this thing is at the bottom, which is 77. And then what the angle is. And of course, there's a lot of different ways you can do an angle, but one kind of cool trick in SolidWorks is you can do point, point, point to get the 3 points for the angle. So, whoops, I think I did that in the wrong order. So point, point, point. There we go. Little pro move there if you don't feel like having an extra line there for the angle. And then we just need to define where this is starting, which is dimensioned relative to the bottom of the model, I think, on that one view. Yeah, 7 millimeters. Is what that is from the bottom? Yeah. So that gives us our sweep path, 7 millimeters from the bottom. And whenever you're doing a sweep, you want to always make sure you start out with the sweep path first, and then you go back and you do the sweep profile. That is the ideal order in which to create that geometry. Oops, why is this still open here? 33 degrees. Well, so much for that little shortcutty thing that I did. I think there must be something off with that. Oh, you know what? No, there's nothing off with it. It's just this point can't be loose if I'm defining the angle from there. There we go. That's fully defined now. So you want to always start out with your sweep path. A lot of times when I'm doing sweeps in SolidWorks, the other trick that I'll do is I'll do a right mouse button on the path and I'll go to sketch color, and then I'll just change that color to something that really pops out. That's really helpful when you've got like a lot of sweep paths and profiles and guide curves and all this stuff. So, alrighty, so we go here. Oh, it looks like Ian Gardner came in as well, 8.882. Very nicely done. I'm not saying if that's the correct answer or not, because that way if I get it wrong, I can lie and say that I actually got it right. So come down here, create my...
Seems like a good idea.
create my sweep profile. So I'm just going to mirror that guy and then give this guy a dimension of 14 and give this guy a height of whatever it is, 9, I think. 9, yeah. And then you want to remember Pierce is the solution when you're doing a sweep. Not necessary in this case, but just a good best practice to get into. So then this would be sweep profile. And again, if I've got a complex sweep, a lot of times I'll do a right mouse button here and go to sketch color. I don't think that right mouse button menu showed up, but I'll go to sketch color and change the color of that sketch. And so now I'm ready to sweep. And if you choose your path first and then your profile, SolidWorks will know to do them and automatically drop them in the bank there. So that's a control select, pick one, hold control, pick the other, then do sweep. SolidWorks just automatically puts them in the correct bins. It's also dependent on if one of them is a closed contour and one of them's open. I've also found that if that's the case, I don't think it actually matters the order in which you select them. Yeah. But if they're both closed, then it does matter. So pre-select those, green check mark. There's our sweep. And then there's some fillets down in the corners here with a radius of 5. So fillet, radius of 5. And with this one, I could do this and then just probably pick this and get the other one. Yeah. So radius of 5 there in the corner. And now we are ready to go to evaluate mass properties and 8.88 grams. Yeah, baby. Dropping it in the chat. And Ricardo J, our previous competitor, also coming up with 8.88 grams. And so I'm going to say that 8.88 grams is the correct answer, plus or minus 0.01 grams per our print. And that is how I would approach that. And if you like that kind of a tutorial, feel free to join us on SolidWorks live stream on Monday. Tinndahl, what'd you think? Is that how you would have done it too?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
So
cool. So yeah, so let's call it there on that one. Congratulations. Tech Build SolidWorks seems to be better than Fusion 360. What's your opinion? No opinion here. I am neutral. I believe that this is something that I said in the beginning, and it's something that I know that somebody else mentioned in the chat. But I think it's really it's not so much about the wand. It's more about the wizard. And I like getting all these wizards together and having a little wizards battle. That's really what I'm trying to facilitate here. Shout out to Marcus Gray. I know that he would appreciate that analogy of having a wizards battle. He has always dreamed of being involved in some sort of wizards battle as well. So yeah, that's always what I think. And so Tech Build, I think it's really all about the wizard, not so much about the wand. I think there's going to obviously be different programs that are better for certain things. Like if I was doing something architectural, I probably wouldn't want to use SolidWorks. I'd probably want to use something like Revit or a similar program that's like dedicated to architectural. Or if I was doing civil, I might want to use a program that's dedicated to civil. So I think, you know, there are times when like it does make more sense to use a program that's designed for that task. But for this type of thing, I don't know. We're gonna find out, right? We're gonna find out which one is the best, or which wizard.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, which program is the best wizard using? I think that's really what we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to do it for today. I do want to say that the correct answer is 8.88. So I want to give a shout out to Mohammed in the chat who came up with the 8.88 answer. Yep, and is using CATIA. Uses CATIA and SolidWorks. So if he's using CATIA in 2 weeks, we'll see what it looks like. If he's using something else, then we'll see what that looks like, right? I want to give a shout out to JD52WTF 8.88. That was correct. Mikey D 8.88. That is correct. Ian Gardner 8.88. That is correct as well. Ricardo J 8.88. And if you guys enjoy this kind of thing, if you enjoy kind of competing with the chat and watching me go through and build models, well then come on back on Monday, because this is exactly what we're going to be doing on Monday. And I want to thank you all for being the most amazing chat ever. Pretty cool to go into overtime here. I know that we usually get done at noon. We went a full hour extra today. So very long stream here, but I think it's a perfect place to end. And I got to say, huge thank you to you, Tinndahl, for joining me today and for giving me some of your time. You were an amazing co-commentator.
You're welcome.
If you guys enjoyed having Tinndahl in the co-commentary booth, put a 1 in the chat. Give him a little shout out. And Tinndahl, you got anything coming up you want to advertise?
Well, no, not exact. I have my tips on the train. Always try and watch them. Of course, I also do. So that's basically what I do at the most right now. And also have a follow-up for my webinar that we're planning. So that's going to be cool.
I see a lot of growth and a lot of new.
Put your link. So.
Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's include that link. Let's make sure we drop that link below. And of course, guys, remember that we've got Slug Me 7. I'll drop the link for that in the chat here. If you guys, if you still are hanging out, if you haven't gotten enough CAD today for one morning, you can head on over to Slug Me 7. The link is in the chat there. And great job, everybody. And I think that's it. Tinndahl, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Right. I'll see everybody next time. Bye-bye.